Hi everybody, I'm out here in the back and I've been working on putting some trellises around this other bed that I was talking about. I got most of the weeds out of them. I still got some work to do on this first one. I think I'm just gonna show you. See how the weeds are all growing down through here? And this has been here for a couple years, I think. And it's pretty easy to bust through it. I either need to add to it or just take this all off here. I used some little Velcro strips on part of it. You can cut them to size on down through here, so it'll be easy to get off. And then I also use like these here where I connected. I use these ties, plastic ties, to keep things together. They do a real good job. They last quite a while. But I use the Velcro all the way down through here on this one. I don't know if it's easier to do the Velcro or the ties. Seems like the ties are pretty easy to do. But they work, but you can see they're starting to come off. But it's been, like I said, 2 years. So they start to come off after a while, whereas the plastic ties will last longer, I think. So I still got a few weeds to go in here. And then I'm going to probably, like I said, pull all this bird netting up and try to get as much as I can of this. This won't interfere with the vegetables, but I just don't like it, you know. So I'll probably take this all up and maybe get my weed eater or something, go down through here. I used the weed eater yesterday, so it looks a little bit better. This one's pretty much ready. I might turn the soil a little bit. You can see all these wooden pieces. They'll eventually decay, just like they would in compost or something. But I think I got enough soil in them. I added some, about a month or so ago to this one. And I've still got some more if I need a little bit more. And I'm going to, when I transplant, I'm going to put, when I dig the hole, I'll put some worm castings in the hole, and then I'll put some blood meal after I plant it around the base of it, put some blood meal, and then later on I might use some bone meal this year as well. I've got all three, and I've got some fish emulsion I haven't used yet. I need to try to use it also. Joe got that for me last year when he was here. We went to Home Depot. He got me some of that fish emulsion, and I hadn't been able to use it yet. Well, I could have used it, but it was late in the year, and I never did get around to it. So I think I'm going to try using some of it as well this year. So that'll be all natural fertilizers, and that's what you want for organic vegetables. You want natural fertilizers. So you can see what I did here. This trellis, now this one here, these all came from Dollar Tree. They're a little bit taller. I kind of like that, and they're pretty easy to use. These are the ones that Dollar Tree has. I might even get some more of them, I don't know, just for a certain, like maybe out there at the stump. I might put some, when I put flowers, maybe I'll put it around it. But we'll see about that. But I put them all around this. And then what I'm going to do is do the same thing as this one, get some bird netting and go around, because I noticed there's holes right here in each section. And a rabbit might not get through there, but a squirrel sure could, and of course a chipmunk could. This is a little higher up than the other one, so even though these are lower, since it's already higher here, they're about the same height as these. So I was kind of worried about that at first until I realized how much taller this bed was than the other. So it worked out pretty good. Mom had given me some. These came from Dollar General, and they're like linked together. You can take these off and change them if you need to, but they're linked with a little piece like this on each one. And but you can take them apart if need be. So Mom had given me some, and I already had some, and it was just enough. I got 2 sections left that were kind of damaged, but I could fix if I needed to. But I don't like, you know, that's more like a visual barrier to them, you know. Like I said, I guarantee you a squirrel could still get in there, and chipmunk too, but a chipmunk would have to jump, which they do. But once I put the bird netting around there, they would have to jump over the whole thing, and a squirrel could do that, but I don't know, it seems like they don't like to when there's something like that. In other words, I haven't had any trouble over here since I put this up. I had some old netting on it before I put this black netting, and they some rabbits chewed through some of it over here, and because it was easier, it had been there for a while, maybe a year, I can't remember for sure, but they had chewed through it and were getting into my lettuce. So I doubled this one. This has two wrappings of bird netting, so I don't know if they would be as likely to do that or not, but I haven't had any trouble in this one since. They were eating all my cucumbers as they came up. The birds could have been eating the seeds for that matter too, but something was eating my cucumbers as soon as they'd come up, and I think some of the green beans too. So that's when I did that, and it's worked out really good. Because it's so aggravating, you know, all the time I put into these plants and stuff, and to have them eaten up, and that's what happens. I mean, I got too many different critters here. I made a couple of shorts this morning. There was 2 little baby chipmunks over here, and they were coming out from under the furnace there. And I got a video of a couple of them, as a matter of fact, of one. They're so cute. Compost just seemed to be doing pretty good. I was going to water it, but I believe it's going to end up raining. I'm going to wait and see if it rains before I water it. But doing real good. I had put this grass in here the other day when I mowed, and it was all the way up to about right here. And you can see how much it's already gone down after putting it. I break up them eggshells as when I come out here to water them. I'll bring something out here like a stick or something and bust them up. So it's doing real good. What I'll do is whenever you know, I'll turn it after so long some, and once it's ready at the bottom, you can take this apart to get to it, and I'll take all the fresh stuff and put it over here on this. That's why I wanted it by here too. I thought it'd be good. I'll take all this stuff off the top and put it here in a pile, get all the soil from the bottom, and then I'll take my shovel and put back in whatever's over here for the next batch. So you can tell it's turning some down at the bottom. It's not as green. So we'll see how it goes with that. There was a piece of plastic in there. I don't need that in there. So it's going to be planting time real soon. I had some seed out here. I wonder if they've already eaten it. They leave all these little red ones pretty much. They eat everything but them, see? They don't like whatever those are. I think they use them as a filler or something on cheap seed, bird seed, because they don't really care for them. The squirrels will eat them, I believe. Sometimes squirrels climb up there and get into them. There's claw marks and stuff on them where they scratch on them or bite on them or something. Okay, I need to get a drink of water. So I've been busy this morning. Had to get a little drink of water. These are looking real good. These are ready. These, only a few of them are. I think this one and that one. These are too spindly. I made the mistake of leaving them in the seed mixture. They didn't get enough nutrients to look like this. That's Miracle Grow soil in this. And you want to, when you see them having blooms on them early like this, you want to just pick them off. Because if they start growing peppers, they'll quit. They'll put more into growing the peppers than they will growing any taller. So it'll actually stunt them if you let them. That's what I've always heard. So I've been picking them off. I think it's called something like deadheading, I believe. And here's another one. Yeah, they'll if you let them grow peppers now, they won't try to grow any. They'll put all their effort into the pepper. So, like I said, there'll be plenty more of them. There'll be blooms all over them once they get growing. Believe me. There's one more. It's a nice little bloom though. Look at that. Nice little bloom. Okay. Let's put them down in there. Here's the eggplants that got eaten up the other day. If you remember how big these leaves were, they ate all of them. I believe it was a rabbit because I don't believe a chipmunk would have eaten that much. It destroyed this one. So I don't know if these are pretty well. The best thing I could do with these is maybe put them in some pots. I may as well take this one off here. Put them in some pots, maybe, because I don't think they're going to do as good as they would have. You can see this one's trying to grow another little branch already, but yeah, I'm going to have to buy some. I hate that because those were really nice. They may still grow pretty good in a container. But the peppers are looking, all the varieties of peppers are looking great. Something's been, you can see where it's been digging here. I don't know if you can see that good. Something dug in these. You can see there's none left in this one, but a leaf. They cut them down at the base here. Either rabbit or chipmunk, I'm not for sure. I've never seen a squirrel in our garage. They don't want to go in there for some reason. But they just cut them off down here at the bottom. They don't even eat the leaves. But they sure like those eggplants. I can tell that for sure. The yard looks good. We got it mowed. It actually looks like it's already grown a little teeny bit. I got all the weed eating done, like around these poles, around the whole perimeter of the house. I didn't go back in there or anything. I ran out of battery. I decided on an electric weed eater with a rechargeable battery, and I'm glad I did, because I can't stand those gas ones that you always have trouble with. You have to mix oil in the gas. They never want to start. They smoke. They die. It took 2 batteries to do the whole yard, but I had both of them charged, so it's no problem. And it's actually pretty powerful. And I got a leaf blower too. Look here. Here's a good example of something. Now this is probably cutting it. What are they called? Carpenter ants. I wouldn't doubt that a bit. You can see. And look at this. See there? Cut off that pretty, and it's going to be a pretty bloom. And they just leave them there. I'm not, I don't know if they suck the juice out of them or what they do, but this one's broke too. May as well take it off because that way it might grow more. But they will destroy stuff too. So it's not just, critters. It's also these ants. They really do a job on some of this stuff. These are 2 right here. These will be nice. Look how bright they look. I think they look nice. But I got a lot of yard here, and I can I can wander around it all day long if I wanted to. I've got it pretty good shape now. Let's see, this one's bloomed. I gotta plant seeds anytime now. Anytime. I'm not much up for it today. It would be a good day. It's good to plant before a rain. So I just kind of scatter flower seeds, and then I throw a little bit of soil on them. I can see a dip in the roof right there. I think it's been like that for a long time though. This roof is only 10 years old, and it's got the best shingles you can buy. The architectural shingles. But it got so expensive that I think they didn't replace all the wood back here. The whole other side, they replaced every bit of the wood on it, which is very expensive. This side, not so much. You can tell a few dips in it. But it's not leaking. It's not leaking anywhere that it's like that. As long as it has good shingles on it, you know, the water's not going to get underneath. It's very expensive to have that done. So I got a little bit more fine tuning to do, getting all this ready. Because I hate, you know, if they're getting into my eggplants, which is what I plant on this end, if they're getting into them in the garage and right outside the garage, they're definitely going to come out here and get into them and munch on them. So I'll just go around a little bit and show y'all how the yard's looking. I got that shrub trimmed some. I'm gonna probably have to, once these bushes start growing here, I'll have to you know, trim them. And this big monster thing out here, I'll have to trim it to keep it from going crazy. See the holes? I'm gonna plant some flowers out here though. I don't think the chipmunks will eat the flowers. They might. But there's a whole family living in there. I saw 2 of them run in it this morning. I was going to try to film them, and they went flying down the hole. Hadn't seen them since. So we got quite a few chipmunks, and those were babies back there in the back. But all of this has been weed-eated. There's a bird right there. It's underneath that bush. It's gonna be coming out in a minute. There they go. It got it something. It's got something in its mouth. A little piece of looks like where I cut the grass or something. Some kind of weed. Isn't that crow up there? Let's see if we can see it. Where is it? It's hard to hold this steady when you got it zoomed in. You barely move and it. It's fussing about something. There's another bird up there. They're always trying to chase them off. Alright. So yeah, at least I got it, the weed eater out here. Got it looking a little bit better. Everything's starting to get nice and green. So anyway, everybody, I just thought I'd let you see what I've been up to in my garden, making preparations to plant real soon, anywhere from the 10th on, the way it looks, of May. Today is Sunday. I think I said that already. So I appreciate you watching. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, I hope you'll press that like button. Also subscribe if you haven't already, and share this out. It took off. And hit that notification bell so that you get all my videos as soon as they come out. Thanks for watching, everybody. I hope you have a great day, and God bless.